Good morning. It's day 53, May 28th. Happy birthday to my brother Jim. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning so far. First time I've started out with a short sleeves t-shirt. Feels fine. Of course, there's no breeze here in town, so we'll see what happens when I get out. But today's walk should be fairly flat to Castrojeriz. And if you remember, I guess Castrojeriz has that castle that sits up on top of the hill right next to the town. And should be a good day. Should be a good morning. It's going to be 85 degrees today, Fahrenheit. So that's why I'm leaving fairly early. I think it's about 6:30. 19 kilometers. Should be there by 1 at the latest. That sun yesterday afternoon was really, really hot. I was glad I was done early. So here we go.
Day 53, and I was out the door by 7:15. I had a solid breakfast at Meeting Point Albergue and wanted to get an early start to beat the heat. I was hoping to stop at the Origin Bar because I have some great memories of the music and Pilgrim vibes there, but unfortunately it was closed. Still, the trail was peaceful and I caught another stunning Spanish sunrise. I ran into a fun pair of women from East Lansing, Michigan, doing their first Camino. They had so much energy. But I realized shortly after that I had actually left my water bottles back at the albergue. I managed to make the 9K trek to my favorite spot. A Spanish tortilla and a cafe Americano made everything better. The poppies were absolutely on fire today. The contrast of the bright red against the dry, golden trail of the Meseta was beautiful. Wind turbines were spinning on the hills, and I finally passed the 477.7 kilometer marker.
Okay, once again, it's May 28th. I believe it's day 53. I don't know where all my fellow pilgrims are today, but there were a lot more people on the trail yesterday. I don't know if they're getting off to a late start. I don't know why you would do that, because it's going to be about 80 or so today. Yeah, there's no breeze out here. It's about 11 o'clock. I think I'm about hour and a half before Castrojeriz, so I should be there before 1 o'clock, which is good. Here we go.
One of the most incredible parts of today's walk was passing under the ruins of San Antón. This is a 14th century monastery that used to care for sick pilgrims. It's magical and a little haunting to walk directly under an actual Gothic arch right on the trail.
Tour bus here.
As you walk into Castrojeriz, you're greeted by the Church of Santa Maria del Manzano. Construction on this building actually started way back in 1214 under Queen Berengaria of Castile. It's a striking mix of late Romanesque and Gothic architecture. Inside, it holds a famous 13th century stone carving of the Virgin and Child, which King Alfonso the Wise even wrote about in his poetry. Castrojeriz has been a key support town for pilgrims since the 9th century. Today, the church also serves as a museum of sacred art, and standing in there, you really feel the deep history of the Camino.
Oh, got it past you.
To cap off the day, I stayed at Albergue Altrea, which is actually built into a historic bodega or wine cellar. When they renovated the building into an albergue in 2014, they preserved an original grape press right in the dining room. But the real history is underground. The cellar galleries beneath us date back to the 14th and 15th centuries. Back then, this whole network of tunnels under Castrojeriz's main street was used to store wine, and at times even served as defensive escape passages. Tonight, we just used it to taste some local Ribera del Arlanza wines, a great way to connect with the town's medieval history.